Are you ready for this story time? Okay, so my name is Joy, and I've been married 32 years. Well, it'll be 32 years in May, so I just wanted to tell you that, okay, first of all, get over the 32 years. I'm almost 60. Get over that too. I don't need to tell anybody that. But I've been married almost 32 years, and my biggest deliverance came in year 31. So when I was a little girl, not little, but a preteen, my mom told me, "You're never too young to start praying for a husband." I remember those words exactly. And I gave my life to the Lord when I was 9 years old. And I was serious about it. So I would actually try to read my Bible at 9. Okay? And she noticed that. And she noticed I would be praying. Like I would go to the bathroom, close the door, and pray. And so she told me, "You're never too young to start praying for a husband." And I did. I asked the Lord to send me a man, a husband. I asked the Lord would protect him and guard him from diseases and, death and destruction, whatever I could think of at 13 years old, okay? And I continued to pray for this relationship. So my mom passed away when I was 19. The dress that you saw me wearing in that picture, my wedding picture, was my mother's dress. I could actually fit it. I think I had to let it out on the sides, but then I lost so much weight. It was too big. So I made it through. Anyway, so I lost my mother at 19 years old. I'm going back. And I was an engineering student at the time. And I kept hearing the Lord tell me, whatever you do, finish. At her funeral, I believe it was the Lord that told me, "Okay, it's time to leave now. Your mother was your coach, and she coached you and got you to this point, and now it's time to move to the next phase." So I had 2 years left of school. I think 85. That was 85. Okay. I had 2 years left of school, but it took me 4 more. I didn't graduate. Wait, 82? Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 85 to 89. All right, so I should have graduated 87. Didn't really graduate till March, spring of 89. So I just took my time, and I had to take a couple things over because my mind was all over the place. All right, you can imagine. After losing a loved one, you can't really think straight. So I finished school, got a job, and I moved to this new city, Rochester, New York. And as soon as I got there, I met my husband. I didn't know that's what he was going to be, but we had a mutual friend, and my husband was with the friend and his cousin, moving him up there. They were moving him to the city. So I obeyed God. I hated that place. I wanted to leave so many times, but I stayed. I was looking for jobs. Okay, I was looking for jobs. I got turned down. I even tried to hold on to the idea of getting back with an old boyfriend. And so I got up there at 89. And by 91, I was like, I can't take it no more. And that was only 12, 16, 17 months, something like that. 17 months later, I was like, I'm tired of being alone. I want to be married. I was only, how old was I, 24? 24? Yeah, 24, 25, 24 going on 25. So I called my friend's mom up. And I called my friend. Her mom answered the phone. And she said, "Baby, what do you need?" She was one of them praying mothers. I said, "I want to be married. I'm ready." She said, "Okay, do you want to get married this year?" Like she was taking my order down at the drive-thru. And she was going to supersize that order. So I prayed. So we prayed, and she said, Lord, send her a husband this year, 1991. Now, I didn't want to necessarily get married that year, but I definitely wanted to know who he was. So I told everybody I was getting married. I just believed more in her prayers than I did mine. I mean, I know you have people in your life like that. You believe their prayers get through quicker than yours. So she prayed for me. My husband and I came together. Like, I know I was dealing with other relationships and just trauma from coming from Chicago. Everybody got trauma leaving Chicago. Anyway, and just trauma from losing my mom. But the Lord prevailed. We got connected and got married. So I remember when I got married, it felt like as soon as we got back to the house after the honeymoon, I felt a wall go up between us. I actually felt it. I didn't know what was happening. That was 93. All right. I didn't understand spiritual warfare. I didn't really start getting delivered until 2013. All right. When the Lord told me to start divorcing the spirits that came in through Freemasonry. I did that. I divorced those spirits, and then the deliverance started. It seemed like that's when everything started. Because at that point, I felt different. But the next day, the Lord said, okay, now, surely he has borne your griefs and carried your sorrows. You don't have to grieve for your mother anymore. Like, give it to me. So I cast out the spirit of grief and abandonment. And that's when everything changed. I felt like a whole new person. I couldn't believe how different I felt. That's when I felt born again. All right. That's when I understood the term born again, because I could remember her without pain. I could remember my mom without pain anymore. You know, when you lose a loved one that's close and it's a tragic death, just the very memories you have to walk through a door of pain just to get to the good memories, which are just covered with pain. Everything's painful. So that pain lifted. 2013, that was 2013. Since then, God walked me through so much deliverance. I got delivered from Jezebel spirits, and Jezebel is a very low-level spirit, okay? But that was a major stronghold. God delivered me from that. But it wasn't until I got into my deliverance ministry. I started, one lady, Brandy, told me I started in 2014 with her. I didn't even remember starting it early. But I was doing Skype calls, one-on-one calls then, casting demons out of people. I'm going to try to just go one more minute. So I started in 2014 and wrote my book, Removing the Barriers to Healing. The link is in the bio. In 2017, and that year I also made the first course, Spirit Spouse Deliverance. Boy, when I started doing those Spirit Spouse deliverances on people, I started getting free. I got free from, but the biggest shift came when I got delivered from the trauma that came in through the rape of a slave. You can see it on my videos in the Straight Outta Egypt video program that I have in my class. Like, I recorded it. This guy showed up, and a white guy showed up and started seeing a slave ship. And I heard in my spirit, we about to all get free now. He's seeing the slave ship. He about to tell us some stuff. Well, he saw his ancestors on that ship rape a woman. And he had to apologize to her. So we did all this right there on video. And when he got delivered, I got delivered. I started coughing up a lung, and I was extremely tired the next day. That's how I know I got delivered. So that was a major deliverance. And so I have a class called Slave Master Spirit Spouses, just based on that. And but the latest deliverance, and I'm about to end in 20 seconds, was when I got delivered from rejection. And I'm going to tell you more about that in another video. All right. But that revolutionized my entire marriage. And now finally, after 31 years, I have the marriage that I always wanted. Start your deliverance journey today with the Breaking Curses 101 School of Deliverance. You can get delivered in the privacy of your own home. We've served over 6,000 people since 2016. So check out my link in the description below to take my free course to get started.